The best players on the PGA Tour and LIV could unite on the golf course, according to Rory McIlroy, if a Champions League-style competition were held. There appears to be no quick end in sight to the two-year drama involving the PGA Tour and LIV Golf, nor to the merger negotiations between the two organizations. After leading the competition for the PGA Tour when the Saudi Arabia-backed LIV was established in 2022, four-time major winner McIlroy has distanced himself from the drama in recent months. However, it's possible that the 34-year-old suggested a global tour as the solution to the issues facing the elite sport. McIlroy's idea is inspired by the Champions League in European football, with the best players from either tour qualifying for a new competition that would bookend the season. Could it work, and which players would be involved if such a competition ever materialized? There are many blanks to fill in, but it is certainly an interesting concept which could get the best players on the planet on the course together at the same time more often than merely at the majors. Speaking after his third round in Los Angeles on Saturday, McIlroy was asked about how he would set about reunifying the game of golf at the elite level. His answer gave significant food for thought. The Northern Irishman said, "I would think it would be one tour. I think you would just create a tour for the top 80 players in the world. Then I think everything sort of feeds up in that one. The way I look at it, it would be like the Champions League in European football. It sort of sits above the rest of the leagues, and then all those leagues sort of feed up into that, and the best of the best play against each other in the Champions League is how I would think about it." McIlroy admits the idea is pie in the sky right now, and he has given up his power to drive changes by resigning from his post on the PGA Tour's policy board 3 months ago. But it is certainly an idea worth exploring, with the potential for all sides to benefit. Major season is sacrosanct, and neither the PGA Tour, which inked a $3 billion, £2.4 billion investment deal with Strategic Sports Group earlier this month, nor LIV are going to cede the prime dates in the middle of the year, so spring and summer is out of the question for making this competition work. Instead, a split season starting in the winter before a hiatus before returning later on for high-stakes playoffs seems the way to go, much like the Champions League from which McIlroy took his inspiration. Of course, signature events like the Genesis Invitational, the Players and LIV's Las Vegas Tour stop make sense to be avoided, but there are a smattering of PGA Tour events at both ends of the season, which the top players tend to swerve anyway. Those tournaments, such as the Sony Open and the Farmers Insurance Open, could run simultaneously to World Tour events, without causing much upset to fans. Using this season's schedule as a framework, the FedEx Cup playoffs conclude on September 1st, while LIV's regular season finishes on August 18th. Individual and team championship events will follow, but the dates are yet to be confirmed. The DP World Tour's race to Dubai must also be taken into account, with the DP World Tour Championship concluding on November 17th. Those key dates show there is a window in between for a number of playoff events to decide the winner of this hypothetical World Tour. It would bring the best players in the world together more often, and although it would increase playing commitments, the prospect of huge prize money is sure to ensure players turn up. The event would also be hugely attractive to sponsors, too, with big audiences sure to tune in to watch major championship quality fields compete for meaningful prizes. LIV has leaned into being a global tour, with events in the UK, Mexico, Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, Spain, and Saudi Arabia this season, as well as 5 stops in the United States. The PGA Tour, however, is heavily concentrated in North America, with fewer and fewer players showcasing their talents around the world. A World Tour competition would grow the game by taking the best players to more markets. And it would also make the product more compelling by visiting a diverse selection of courses that pose different challenges. McIlroy said, I think there has to be a component of the Southern Hemisphere, Australia, South Africa, and the Far East, whether that be Korea, Japan, China. Obviously the Middle East as well. We've been going to the Middle East for a long time, but obviously Dubai, Saudi, and then sort of working our way from east to west and back into the US for the sort of spring, summertime. I don't think it will look too dissimilar to what it is right now, but maybe the front end of the year and the back end of the year might look a little different. I don't think we need to blow everything up, but there definitely needs to be some tweaks, I think.